This is the first week of the Data to Dev series, so I'm documenting this kind of as raw as I can. Currently, it is 4:37. It's a Wednesday, so I just got out of the shower. I slept terribly because I'm pretty sure I have a pinched nerve in my neck. And if there are any doctors here, leave me in the comments what I can do to kind of like alleviate some of the pain, because other than ibuprofen, like any type of exercise or a physical therapist that know of anything, because I did not sleep well at all. But anyways, so I'm kind of documenting what I will be my journey basically back into software engineering. So if you can see that, if I can hold the camera right, it's 4:37. Like I said, it's a Wednesday, so I got a lot of stuff to get done. I have to, my editor just sent a video that's edited, obviously, and I have to kind of review that. And then after that, I will be basically starting my journey to get back into software engineering. So surprisingly enough, I do have an interview next week on Wednesday to have I guess it's software engineering. It's a senior programmer analyst position. So I do have that coming up already, but we'll see how that goes. Like I said, it's a senior role, so I don't think I'm prepared, but a recruiter reached out to me and I said, let's give it a shot. If anything, it's going to be good practice. So this is the first kind of thing that I'll be doing, and then I'll kind of be shaping my resume for another position that will be coming available in my current company. So I need to tailor my resume to that role. And then after that, like I said, I'm doing the reviewing the video. And then if there is any room, I will be going over some key concepts of like C# and kind of getting back into that world. All right, so last time, leaving off last week, I did get to my resume, so I'm going to kind of go into that with you now. By the way, my pinched nerve is feeling better, but it's still pinching. All right, so it's kind of hard because I'm trying to relate data analytics experience to software engineering. So bear with me. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave it to me in the comments. Doesn't mean I'll take them, but it is what it is. So I'm showing you this to kind of see how I try to relate my experience to the actual software engineering position. So, all right, so I just have basically my stuff here. 7 years of experience with all of these different basically like concepts, and this role is specifically a point of sale position, so I directly try to tie that in as much as possible. I'm reaching, but it is what it is. I'm just going to go ahead and do a couple things and highlight different things. So this built and maintain pipelines and backend automation services in Azure, I feel like is really good because we use Azure, and this role basically does the same thing as far as backend automation services. So I felt like kind of tying this in would be good, especially for like the tool side. I have a lot of other different things. Obviously, this team deals with the point of sale, and it's very much infrastructure, scalability, a back-end role. So this is why I use certain things like infrastructure and enterprise system migration. So using these key terms will kind of like get me through hopefully the recruiter, because it's very aligned with what the job posting is, and it is what I did. So I'm just trying to use these different words like reliability and availability, because obviously a point of sale always needs to be reliable to make, to take payments and whatnot. So, so it's kind of what I do is I do take different APIs and ingest data in order to kind of like build out pipelines and different data sets and data tables. So it's not directly like building APIs, which this role that I'm going for would be, but I try to tie it in here. REST APIs, obviously, specifically. And then I have some other stuff here, but it is what it is. These, I didn't really change any of these. They are what they are. I did change this back in my software engineering days. I also don't know if I should just move this because it's the most relevant, but I left it where it was, and I kind of just put some of these different things that they use in the job posting here, which I did kind of, what's it called? Which I did kind of, work on and work with. So this is kind of where I got a lot of the stuff. I have some personal projects in here. These are just very simple ones, but are they going to look at them? I don't know, probably not. So I also had ChatGPT kind of lay out this game plan for me. So I'm going to be building something that is very basic and very simple. And do I expect this to be one of the projects that puts me through? No. But I have been out of this realm for a while, so I really need to lock in on how this works. I forgot a lot of different things. It has been 4 years since I've used .NET, and as we know, coding is not the same thing as software engineering. I have been coding in Python and doing different things with pipelines, but it's a very different way of thinking. A lot of the concepts can be like used. Overall, it is kind of different in a way. So right now, my first project that I'm planning on building is an HR system. Yuck. But it is what it is. I will go through this, and hopefully these are the different things. So I just asked I asked for it to give me a couple of projects that will solidify the skills I need for the position and the role. And so I'm starting basically easiest to hardest, and I'm going to go over these key concepts while doing a project. But it's kind of just, it's not hand holding me, so it's not giving me per se like all of the different pieces of code that I need to write. It's just giving me like different steps in what to do, like build this, design this, do this, build your first endpoint. So, and then it gives me like a challenge, which is how I instructed it to give me like things to do. And then I'll kind of go through this, get some learning done, and then hopefully have something. And then stuff should start coming back. And then I'm unstoppable. So we'll see how that goes.